All right, and we are live from Brazil. It's very rainy outside, so I figured it's a good time to do a portfolio update for the first quarter of 2024. Hopefully, the fan is not doing too much noise in the video. I'm not really sure how to turn it off. Everything is in Brazilian down here, or Portuguese, as they say. But let's get right into the video and take a quick look at the portfolio, what's going on. I will talk a bit about how I view the future. And down here, I will definitely do a lot more research into StoneCo. As you know, it's one of the positions that I have in the portfolio. All right, so in Q4, we talked about reaching 2 million on the YouTube portfolio here in the first quarter. But we had the amazing Christmas rally after, so it went really quickly past the 2 million mark, and now we're at about 2.4 here for the YouTube portfolio, and it's really going quickly. So that just gives you to show how compounding interest really takes effect, and when you hit a few winners, it really starts to snowball and it starts to go out of control. For example, like the 2.87% increase here year to date total. That's 2 vacations in Brazil, 3 weeks each with plane and accommodation, etc. So the money just snowballs really quickly after a while, and it's quite interesting to watch that journey and see it with your own eyes, I hope. Alright, so what's in the portfolio right now going forward? What am I looking to keep? Well, Porch Group has increased a lot in value, so it's almost half the portfolio right now. They've just increased in value tremendously. I have no plans on selling them. We have the quarterly earnings here at the end of March, and I want to make a few specific comments here in this video as to why I'm very bullish this quarter despite the sluggish home sales, which will affect the software segment. I expect a decline in top level, so a decline in revenue from the software segment once again. However, if you have followed the news in America, you will see that they complain a lot about the increasing cost of home insurance. Some homes are uninsurable and have the state solution basically because they have no other option, but a lot of other homes are just having to take this massive increase. And remember, they talked about this quarters ago when they said, all right, when we renew policy, we intend to increase prices. This is a very sluggish pricing pricing is sluggish basically because they can't just increase the price in the middle. They have to wait until the policy expires and is up for renewal, and then they can increase prices. And I believe that we will see that in this quarterly earnings report, so that will really affect not only top line but also the bottom line in terms of profitability. And we also see that they have entered the second-hand market for insurance now in Texas. They made a post about that a little while ago, and I think that this is just going to be an amazing quarter as a result of this. So that's why I'm deciding to stick to my guns, continue to ride out, and I think that the stock has a lot more to give. So hopefully we get a very happy result at the end of the March. And then, second largest position in the portfolio right now, we have StoneCo, this Brazilian payment processing company. And if you follow the channel, you recently might have seen a post. I took a picture when I was at a restaurant and they came to pay the bill basically, and they showed me this StoneCo terminal. So it says stone and it's a little colorful, and they seem to have them at quite a few places. I will do more research, hopefully find some vendor that speaks English well so that I can ask a few questions and hear how the pricing works, if they're doing some sort of renting of it, subscription, and like margins, and just really get down to how it works, because that way I can better understand the offering that the company has and what drives revenue growth. And it's also going to be interesting to speak to more Brazilians and hear if they use credit cards or if they use cash, or I hear something about Pix here. So I will do a lot of more in-depth research into StoneCo while I'm here. I will try to enjoy myself at the beach as well, but of course we gotta focus some on the money. And then we have Palantir. Amazing with the AIP bootcamp. They have really turned around. I did a video recently after the quarterly earnings talking about the 70% year-on-year growth in commercial revenue from the US. And we've seen a lot of these business-to-business companies be extremely successful. For example, we have the Oracle, Salesforce type of businesses, just tremendous success. And I think that Palantir has the opportunity to get in there in terms of revenue intelligence and a lot of valuable offerings that they provide. And I remember speaking about this 2 years ago because I was working at the Dell Technologies at the time and really digging into the IT environments of large organizations and the siloing and the way that things were fractured. I just saw a great use case for Palantir there. So I didn't really look a lot on the numbers. I decided to buy based on how useful this would be for potential customers. And then I extrapolated out that, all right, this is going to drive top line revenue. And now profitability has finally caught up, and we've seen these many quarters with earnings per share positive in terms of the generally accepted accounting principles. So there's a much more likeliness that they will be included in the S&P 500 now, and that will be very bullish for this position. So we will see if they will overtake StoneCo as the second largest position in the company. Then we have Bausch Health Companies. This one is a bit disappointing. It has been going sideways. It's the asset play. I'm thinking maybe Carl Icahn is starting to get lazy in old age and not trying to do his activism and affect the board and try to get them to do things that will be beneficial for shareholders. Although with current market climate, I can understand that perhaps an IPO and a spin-off is not the most prudent moves, and perhaps we have some of the people that have loaned money to Bausch & Health that are opposed to this type of market move. But it's interesting, and I like to make different sort of plays and not only look at the small cap growth. Sometimes we gotta do an asset play. Although I haven't had the greatest returns from this historically, remember with Dell and VMware, we talked about that in the past. It was an okay return, but it didn't change the life in any way. And I don't think that I will see any life-changing money from Bausch & Health, but hopefully it will be above market returns from this position if they're able to do this IPO and spin-off. Then we have Foot Locker, just a nice dividend that I'm collecting. It's been going up and down a lot. And I still think it's a good company. I still think that people want to buy their shoes in stores rather than online. I know for myself, I like to try on the shoe and see if it fits. The sizes are a bit different. And it's just nice in general to do that. So based on consumer behavior, I don't think that Foot Locker is going anywhere. We have a German software company. We have a Swedish oil exploration and drilling company. Found some large findings. And then we have other small positions. And I want to talk a bit about these other small positions. These are discovery positions that I took to keep track on stocks, and that I'm considering buying more on. I'm not putting any more money into this Swedish account, but as I had a very large emergency fund, it was above 40,000 euros, and I think that's a bit too much cash to have on the account. I decided to open an account with Revolut just to start investing some of that and put it to good use. And one of the stocks that I decided to buy, I made a short about it a while ago, was Medical Properties Trust. I bought a lot of shares at $3.1, and I bought some more recently at a bit higher price. But it's been a good position. All in all, I think I put in like $12,000 or something like that, and it's up to 15, so 3k up in just a few days with some positive macro. And then there's going to be a earnings call for them soon as well. And that's one of the positions that I have a bit of a different strategy with, and I've sort of failed a bit in this regard. I opened that Revolut account to try to make it easier for me to have a more free lifestyle and travel more, and they have this sort of currency exchange that you can do for free, and then your card will just withdraw automatically. But unfortunately, I didn't do my research, and I didn't realize that they don't have Brazilian reals as a sort of option to open in a currency account, so I'm not able to do that. I still have to go to the ATM, pay the fee, exchange my euros for real, and get some notes, some bank notes, dineros, as they say here. So that's a bit annoying, and I'm very curious on how other digital nomads do this type of setup for lifestyle. But with regards to having some more dividends companies in that portfolio, I just plan on collecting the dividend and then trying to spend it, just buy more experiences and spend more on myself. I think that's very important to enjoy life as well. And I feel like the money that I put into stocks, it's just starting to snowball, and it doesn't need that much more help from me, so I can ease off the gas pedal. I have no desire to become the next Warren Buffett and have billions when I'm 90 and about to die. I'd much rather be one of these anonymous 50-year-olds who's enjoying the country club with a decent size of change in the pocket, but no news article or nothing like that about them. I think that's a goal that's more in line with the values that I have. So that's why I've been doing that in terms of portfolio allocation as well. Getting that nice dividend, just getting it ready to spend, and really trying to look more into experiences and how I can spend more money in my day-to-day life. I know steaks and cigars, but they're not that expensive in Ireland, so I can't really outspend my earnings in that regard, but we're gonna see what I come up with. Alright, that's been it for this video, doing a portfolio review here for the first quarter of 2024. Lots of exciting earnings reports still to come. Of course, I will cover those for you guys, and as always, I hope you guys make a ton of money, whatever investments you decide to make. Take care now. Bye bye.